Yeah. Let me take a shot at what it is that's bugging you. You know someone named Jason? Just got a call from his father. Very upset. Says you attacked his son today. What was that all about, Ernie?
Nothing.
You want to tell me about it?
No.
I think you should. Jason's dad told me his side. I'd like to hear yours.
He took a swing at me.
That's it? Ernie, I know you better than that. And what got you so mad, huh? Wasn't just a push or a shove.
He's a bully, Mr. Rizzo. Everybody's afraid of him. He thinks he's Rambo.
Well, now look. His family just moved into this area. He's probably just insecure, you know, trying to impress everybody. You guys can probably patch this up tomorrow.
Called me a gook.
A gook, huh? We got a serious problem here, Ernie. 'Cause you are a gook. I'm a wop. And if we spent all our time fighting every moron they called us that, we wouldn't have time for anything else. You understand what I'm saying?
So what am I supposed to do next time?
You can't keep fighting.
If someone makes you mad, a crook, you fight.
Yeah, a crook. But Jason's not a crook. At least not yet. He's just a bully. Tell you what. Why don't you just kind of steer clear of him for a while? Maybe things will cool off, huh?
Good report, Jake. These guys buying your Italian act?
As long as we don't run out of menus.
It worries me when the two of you go out on the limb like that. Now, this is an important bust.
They don't suspect a thing. They're car thieves, not translators.
Just make sure tax squad is there when they make the drop. I don't want you to be out there on your linguinis all by yourselves.
Rizzo. What? When did this happen? Yeah, I'll be right over. Ernie got into another fight at school.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's all right. They took the other kid to the hospital.
We took the Cunningham boy to emergency. He got 3 stitches in the forehead. It looked a lot worse than it was.
I can't believe Ernie would do something like this. Did anybody see it?
No, Jason said Ernie kicked him and he hit his forehead on a locker.
But what did Ernie say?
Ernie said he didn't do it. But Mr. Rizzo, this is not the first time the boys have fought.
I know that.
Mr. Cunningham, I'm glad you could come.
Mr. Cunningham, we've talked on the phone. I'm Jake Rizzo.
I just came from the hospital. Jason's can go home now, but he's still pretty shaken up. Mr. Rizzo, what do you intend to do about this?
Well, first of all, I want to get all the facts.
I think the facts are pretty clear. Your son is dangerous. We may need a legal remedy here.
Legal? I mean, we're talking about a scrap between 2 kids here. Besides, your son started it. He's bigger than Ernie. Ernie was just defending himself.
That child has been trained to kill people. That's what those martial arts are all about.
No, they're not. No, it's a discipline. To Ernie, it's a way of life. He respects people. He would not abuse his training.
Mr. Rizzo, I didn't come here to argue Oriental philosophy. My son has got stitches in his head. Now, what I want to talk about is when are we going to transfer your son the hell out of this school?
Mr. Cunningham, you don't have to go that far.
How far do you think we have to go, Mr. Fuller? We have to wait till my son is seriously injured?
Do we have to wait until your son learns to stop calling people names?
My son wouldn't do that.
My son wouldn't injure anybody.
Wait a minute. This has gone far enough. The best thing to do is to separate the boys here at school. The next thing is for you to have a long talk with your sons at home.
I don't need to talk with my son. Fellow I need to talk with is a lawyer.
Oh, well, 2 can play that game. You want to talk to the law, I'm the law.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm your boss.
He's on the city council.
Oh. That Cunningham.
Why won't anybody believe me? When Jason came at me, I moved out of the way. That's when he hit his head.
I believe you. So does Mr. Rizzo.
I don't know what else to do.
Well, you definitely have a problem, Ernie. But I think Jason has a bigger one. A boy who's got to be a liar and a bully really needs serious help. He's really only fighting himself. And that's a tough one to win.
Guy absolutely promised me that there are no calories in this ice cream bar.
Yeah, you wish.
Whoa, didn't realize how late it was. Ernie, you gotta get to school. Listen, I know it's hard for you, but you gotta keep your chin up and your dukes down, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Okay.
Thanks for coming to talk to me.
Anytime. Well, we're getting some pressure from Councilman Cunningham's office.
Yeah?
Yeah. They want us to review your case.
What are you gonna do about it?
Resist the pressure.
Glad to hear that. You know, I hope I'm doing the right thing, asking Ernie to not use what he knows. It's like taking away a part of him.
If it means keeping him, you're doing the right thing.
Captain, we got great news. Hanover Division reports a Bentley was stolen last night.
Yeah, it says here they got by pressure alarms and 2 Dobermans. These guys are good.
Yeah, not good enough. We've got them from the source to the customer. A paper trail that'll not only stand up in court, it'll do a little dance.
We'll set up to meet for tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. I've ordered the usual party favors. Video cameras, still man in the van, wires, marked bills, guy from tech. Uh-oh.
Ernie, what happened to you?
I did what you told me to do.
There we go.
What's that?
Well, you got your old family remedies, and I've got mine. Hold that. There you go. Should be sirloin, but our insurance won't cover it.
It's gonna get worse.
No, it'll be fine. See, the protein will pull the bruise out.
No, I don't mean my eye. I mean Jason. He said this was just the beginning.
Well, I want you to stay home from school tomorrow. I don't want you to worry about Jason. I'll take care of it. Okay? I want that kid expelled.
Mr. Rizzo, it happened off school property, and besides, Jason was hurt in the previous incident. The best thing to do is to call it even and work it out from there. Did you talk to Mr. Cunningham?
I talked to Mr. Cunningham's answering machine. I talked to Mr. Cunningham's assistant. I even talked to his executive assistant. The man is hiding from me.
And judging from the look in your eye, I would be hiding from you too, Mr. Rizzo.
And I want to assure the people that because crime is their primary concern, I have made crime my primary concern. I've just made a commitment on the floor of this council. With everybody's help, we can clear these criminals off the streets.
I have a question. How would you handle an important official who violates the law, then hides behind his position?
I'd have him arrested.
Oh, great. You're under arrest.
What? Is he serious? What's the charge?
Violation of City Ordinance GH097. Three counts.
What the hell is that?
Brush clearance. Your house is a fire hazard.
You're arresting me for that?
Well, we also have a violation of City Ordinance GH106. Non-compliance after a warning.
Do you have that documented?
Take him away.
I'm gonna get you for this.
Hold it. Did you just threaten a police officer? Is that a felony? That's what I thought. Come here. Take me here. You're in a lot of trouble.
Rizzo, when I get through with you, you're gonna be walking nothing but night beats in Hell's Half Acre.
Look, you have the right to remain silent, so why don't you just do that and listen to me? This is the only way I could get your undivided attention. And Jason beat Ernie up pretty bad. The only reason Ernie didn't fight back is because I told him not to. But this has got to stop. Now, what are you going to do about that kid of yours?
My kid's fine. It's your kid I'm gonna do something about.
I'm tired of your threats, Cunningham.
Well, they won't be threats much longer, Mr. Rizzo. I can assure you of that.
So, how'd your talk with Jason's father go?
Just fine. I think we understand each other now. Well, which one do you want, the apple or the grape?
Apple. should talk with Jason.
Ernie, I told you to stay away from him, and that's exactly what I want you to do. Can you get that?
Oh, hi.
Hi, Ernie. Ooh. How are you feeling?
Better. I'll be okay.
Good. Listen, you do me a favor? Will you go into your room for just a few minutes? I need to talk to Mr. Rizzo alone.
Okay.
Okay.
It was almost worth it just to see him in cuffs in the back of that patrol car.
Almost worth it.
All right, you're right. It's serious. Maybe I did overstep my authority a little bit, but it was the only thing I could think up to do.
Well, speaking of authority, I can handle Miss Niedermeyer. I can even handle her boss. But when her boss's boss gets a call from the city council, they want us to look into every detail of what we officially call the Rizzo foster parent case.
So I roused him, he roused me, and there's no end to it.
Captain, the arrest was legit. Filled out the paperwork.
Fine. You're upset about your boy, so you blow 3 weeks of undercover work.
Ernie is worth more to me than 3 weeks of undercover work.
Okay. Let it settle a couple of days. We may still have a chance here. Guys like Veach don't read the paper unless it's about them.
Check that out.
What?
Doesn't that look like Signor Cipolle or buyer from Italy?
City Councilman Scott Cunningham was arrested in front of City Hall by Detective Sergeant Jake Rizzo. We gotta take him out.
He knows everything.
This operation's too big to take any chances.
By the way, my sister-in-law in Toledo is Italian. After I saw the paper, I called her up. You know what Cipolle means? Onions.
Don't do that! Come on, let's get out of here. It's Jason. Good, let's go home. He's getting just what he deserves. Don't do that! Nobody deserves that.
Well, it's really nice of you to have this bury the hatchet dinner in a place like this. I can't afford to walk in here on my salary.
Well, I couldn't afford it on my salary either, except for the kickbacks. Just kidding.
I'm sorry about the handcuffs outside City Hall.
Well, I'm sorry about the background checks on you and Ernie.
So what'd you find out?
I found out Ernie seems to be in just about the right place. I also found out something else. Being embarrassed is not such a terrible thing if it makes you take a look at something that isn't working. And clearly it doesn't work for me to be too busy to talk to my own son or to clean up my own yard. Thank you, Sergeant.
Well, enough of this taffy. Let's have some real eats, all right?
Excuse me, Sergeant Rizzo. There's a call for you on the payphone.
Okay. Excuse me. Hello. Hello.
Buonasera, Signor Cipolle.
not won just a ball game. He's won a greater victory. As he goes on pitching, winning, leading a rich, full life, he stands as an inspiration to all of us. Living proof of what a man can do if he has the courage and determination to refuse to admit defeat.
All right, Ernie. Time to go to bed.
Does Jimmy Stewart really have only one leg? Or was he just pretending?
Oh, he was just pretending. But there really was a pitcher named Monty Stratton. And he had a wooden leg. And he was in the major leagues.
It must have been hard.
Yeah, it was hard. Just like you saw. But you know, Ernie, there were people that made it a lot harder than it should have been.
How?
Well, they got on him. They called him names.
I think I know how he felt.
But Monty Stratton was too strong and too good to let any of that bother him. See, names, Ernie, they're just words. You know? And if you're strong and you're good, it doesn't matter what anybody calls you. Okay? All right, that's all right. Hey. Of course, I did promise him his own horse.
Okay, I'll admit, a lot of this is personal. I don't want you and Ernie to go away. But if you think it's the right thing, I can't stop you. It's just that I don't think you really have to go 2,000 miles to find a home.
Well?
I think it's time to go to your apartment.
Jack.
Looks nice.
Yeah, I cleaned it up this afternoon.
No, you didn't.
Well, I helped.
No, you didn't.
Listen, we didn't come here to fight, did we?
No, we didn't.
You know, entrapment is illegal.
I did it for Ernie. But I owe you one.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember that.
Me too.
Are you surprised? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's really nice to see everybody, I guess. Ernie, could you give me a hint as to what's going on?
Well, you told me to think about the move and give you my answer when I was ready. Well, this is it. Okay, are we ready? Mr. Webby will be the first to speak.
Ernie said to talk about Mr. Rizzo, why we hate him, or want him to stay or something. Instead, I'll talk about how I got here. The other day, Ernie came to my door and he asked me why I talk to people all over the world and never talk to my neighbors. I didn't know why. Then he asked me why I didn't like Mr. Rizzo, and I said, hey, I don't know the man. Don't know any of you. If I can talk to a snake trapper in New Guinea, how bad can you people be? So if you stick around, I'll let you listen to some police calls from Chicago sometime.
I am sorry to be so late. But after all is said and done, I am here, am I right? And that is what's important after all, correct? Is it my turn to talk or what?
It's your turn.
Good. Well, here it is. Ernie says to me, do something nice for Rizzo. And I say, why? The man is a pig. He makes fun of my art. Well, then I remember a time when he chased away a gang of hoodlums who are hassling Ortega very, very badly at a street show. And I remember another time when a fiancé of Ortega is trying to stab him because of another woman. So he make her stop doing that. So I say to Ernie, okay, but what can I do? And he says to me, paint something to make him believe in the people again. You hear that? Paint?
Ortega. And so I did. Rizzo, this is for you. One day when you are an old man in Montana, you can sell it for a large sum of money. As Ortega will be famous by then. Voila! Oh. I think it pretty much speaks for itself, no?
Yes,
it does.
I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. Captain, Ortega, Mr. Webby, Steve, Jenny, Mrs. Dubois, Randy. I learned something tonight. At dinner, Miss Blake showed me that tough jobs like hers and mine take tough people. Don't give up when the going is too hard. Things get dark. And from all of you, my neighbors, I learned that life in the big city is nuts. And it helps a lot to have a few with you.
You again? Why don't you go back to bed and mind your own business, kid?
You should learn not to come to these apartments.
So you gonna teach us?
What's going on?
You all right? You sure?
Yeah,
Was it your leg?
I'm fine.
Looks like you guys picked the wrong neighborhood. Ah, smell that air, huh? This beautiful country?
Yeah, it is beautiful.
You couldn't ask for a better day, Ernie, I tell you. All right, look. I just take it like that. Hold it lightly with your finger there. Hold it light. And just give it a flick. One hand. Just give it a flick with your wrist. That's it. You got it?
Think so.
All right. All right.
Now what?
Well, now we just sit and wait for something to bite and enjoy the view.
Well, how long do we wait?
Well, I don't know. We just wait. It'll be fun. You'll see. Oh, man. I tell you. No, sorry, Bob, you couldn't ask for a better day. Reminds me of when I was a kid. My dad used to take me fishing up in the mountains. No one much around, just him and me and nature, I guess. It's great.
Mr. Rizzo, I don't think there's any fish in this lake.
Doesn't matter.